One of the programs that we do is assist people who have been victimized through family violence. We know that children who witness family violence, the impact is direct and traumatic. We know that it's often women who are victimized by family violence, and they often end up going through court. There's a stigma attached to it. The community doesn't understand. The courts can be very, very confusing and complex. So we have a person who will actually walk with that person and help her understand and be able to testify and tell her truth in court and get the supports that she needs for herself and her family.
It was physical abuse, mental abuse, financially we were abused, me and the children all the time. Yes. And what happened when we called the police, and I was so afraid even to tell my parents they're in the city. My dad was really good. He was always supportive to me. But my mom, she was always thinking, you know, the things will work out as your kids are growing and he will be fine afterwards. But as I was seeing it, I was seeing my life was ending.
The Victims Assistance Program is actually a program of the Family Violence Prevention Center, which is a program of the Edmonton John Howard Society.
I was married for 12 years. And my husband, he was from here, my ex-husband, and he got married to me in India. Then I came over here and I had my 2 children, and from the beginning we had a really kind of, the things were not going well. He was not treating me right, he was verbally, physically very abusive. I tried, on the other hand, my culture is there. So I got to be nice and responsible person towards my culture, because the divorce is not the way in the relationships, and they would not let me go for that. So even in the community, people know that what I was going through. Where did you guys go?
Skating.
Skating. That's nice. We were so afraid. We used to put sofas and couches in front of the door, even after calling the police, because the police let him go the next day.
Raj is an incredible person. She came to us in a really difficult place in her life. She wasn't too sure what she was going to do in terms of her own personal relationship. She knew that there were criminal charges that have been laid, and she didn't yet make a lot of decisions as to whether or not she was going to stay in the relationship or not.
At the time, I was doing all those things just for my kids, because kids were there and I was living as a mother just for them. Otherwise, there was nothing left. There was no love in my life. There was nobody I can talk to, and there were always the boundaries there. You're living for other people. You're living for the society, and I'm living for the person, doing all these things for that person who doesn't even care, who come home and abuse me and the children. So that was the kind of taking my feeling of living, and I wanted to live, I want to do the things, that took it away. I was just totally a blank. Just physically I was there, but you know, your soul, yourself, I was not there. It was gone.
It really started with Raj giving us a call and letting us know that she's in need of some court information, you know, when the next criminal court date will be happening and what that means to her. And through that, we were able to provide information to her, not only about the court process, but also some of the victims programs that are available to her and her family. Closer to the date of the trial, we were able to provide court preparation for her and her 2 children.
What I found out from John Howard Society is they have lots of good links. They will guide you where to go. There is a help out there. If they cannot help you in that, they will guide you to the other agencies who can come up and help you. So you're not alone.
She was dealing with so many different issues to deal with the kids and the breakdown of the relationship, and really a community that wasn't exactly supporting her. So really she was alone in this whole process, thrown into, again, a foreign court system. And VAP created that foundation for her so that if they knew and understood what she was going through. So if she had any questions or she wanted to get in touch with me, she could do that very easily and very quickly in order to, again, take back that power and take back the experience that she had gone through.
I was always afraid because I never seen a court before. You know, I never went to a courthouse. It was some kind of strange place for me and my children, of course.
And it provides a constant through a very long process to victims that are really coming from unstable and tumultuous places. And it gives them that sort of rock that they can hold on to as they're going through this wave.
They were there for me we felt so safe in there. Me and my children will go in the room, victims assistance program will go in there, and they will just, we were so safe and protected. I'll go and sit in the room. It's very child-friendly room.
VAP's involvement in all of this, it has contributed to the humanization of files. And what it means is that we know now more about the complainant and know more about the victim and where, in most cases, she is coming from. And in better able to then, this is her life we're dealing with, and how do we help her through this process, and what does she want at the end of that?
So if the victim assistance program was not there, one thing is, if I was getting lots of pressure, maybe from my parents, maybe from my mother, my dad was really helpful, I might have gone back into the same situation.
By the end of the court case, how incredibly strong she was, and essentially empowered again. And it was incredible, incredible to see.
And afterwards, I got a new job in the media, and I'm working along with that. I'm more like a role model to the ladies in my community, because I want to show them, if you are a single parent, you can handle it. It's not good to put up with the abuse yourself or the children.
The program is incredible in connecting with complainants and victims of intimate partner violence, and we use them all the time, and we're incredibly lucky to have that resource.
I would like to send this message from the depth of my heart. Thank you to Victims Assistance Program, who helped me in a very tough time and made me a very strong person.